towards the end of the show yesterday.
What was that?
I was in the car, and I got in the car. I dropped Chester off at school yesterday. It was kind of cool. She just goes by, Papa, and she's scoping out the kids to see where her best friend is to go sit next to her friend, Rhea, which is pretty cool. Kind of like, damn, my 3-year-old has a bestie already. It's kind of weird. But she's going to move on to TK next year, and it's going to be a little separation anxiety. I don't know what's going to happen there.
She'll make a million friends.
I hope so. I get worried about that stuff. I don't know why. So I pop you guys out.
Because you care, because you're a good, loving dad.
Yeah, I try to
No,
be.
it's the truth.
I try to be. So I'm listening to you guys, and right away I'm like, who the hell is this guy talking about one-legged catching or what? I thought it was pretty cool. I like that stuff.
Okay.
I was like, man, I learn something new every day. And what I gather from it, you can't prevent catcher injuries with these masks. 100-mile-an-hour ricochet, you're going to get hurt. Yeah. It's going to happen. But then Spinoni later shows you guys are talking Giants, stuff like that. And I won't get on you about the Jokic statements and being the face of the league. We'll get to that later. But Spinoni brought up whether or not the Giants were an attractive team. Is this an attractive destination? And I don't know if I agree or disagree with him, but I did look around just the NL West alone. They're the fourth most attractive destination. The Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks blow them away automatically. Then I look at the Central.
Diamondbacks, even though...
Yeah, even the Diamondbacks, Phoenix, Arizona.
The stadium situation's up in the air.
They've always been able to sign some free agents in Phoenix, Arizona baseball. They love Scottsdale. Yeah. They love Scottsdale.
They all live there.
They all live there.
Yeah.
Golf, everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Central. The Cubs, more desirable destination right now.
Chicago's got an allure. I will not deny that.
St. Louis is St. Louis. Although I don't know about St. Louis and where they're at, but historically, they're the Cardinals. Yeah. They're the Redbirds.
They've always landed people.
They've always landed guys. The iconic uniforms. So then you got that. We'll see about Pittsburgh. They got some young talent over there. Paul Skeens, O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, but their payroll isn't.
Yeah, nowhere near. So the Giants got them beat at least. Yeah. But just looking, Cincinnati, young team. I'm eager to see where they go here in the future. Milwaukee, I'm eager to see what they do in the future. Those
two teams are also teams that, don't necessarily have the payroll infrastructure as the Giants.
Which is why they signed Jackson, Torino, early. The NL East. The Mets stink, but they always sign guys. Yeah. They always get guys.
Well, they're New York.
The Braves are the Braves. Yeah. The Phillies have been signing guys left and right. Does not matter.
Yeah.
When Washington was rolling, they were signing guys. Miami, for some whatever reason, they will sign guys and then blow everything up, but they've been an attractive destination. I'm just looking at the National League. What Spinoni said, and I started thinking, I don't know how attractive the Giants are. So even if they do fire Farhan at the end of the year and they say, bye-bye. Mm-hmm. What GM's going to rush to take this job knowing that the Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks are in his division? And you have an uphill battle knowing that the farm system hasn't gotten much better. I got all these opt-outs here. I have to compete again in the NL West, one of the tougher divisions in all of baseball. I don't care about the ballpark. I don't care about the brand. I don't care about the colors. I don't know if it's that attractive of a destination in the National League. The San Francisco Giants, that is. And that's sad for me to say.
All right, well, I guess because you're going to take the other, I'll take the other side, and I'll say
you can just say what
no, but like I do believe it's one of the most depreciated brands all across sports right now. Like it is. I think someone could come right in, put their own fingerprint on whatever they want to do, because you're really not locked into any 5, 6, 7, 8 year deals. Like there are a lot of places where you have, like for example, if you take over the Angel job, you're locked into Mike Trout. And one of the questions is, do you trade Mike Trout, keep Mike Trout? And it's very difficult, right? You're trading away one of the big faces of the organization. You don't have that same issue here, right? You just don't. You have a front office that wants you to spend $175 million a year. Not many places that you've referenced really want you to do that. The Giants have been in the upper echelon, top third of spending in baseball for the last 20 years.
Right.
That's historically where they're at. Yep. The other thing that I would say is that you also have a very rich history in the last 20 years of luring pitching. You can find pitching. Pitching is one of the hardest things to find. It is. It's one of the hardest things to find. If you look all across baseball right now, everybody would want a starter, at least one, and some bullpen arms. Because of the ballpark, because of the marine layer and all those things, you're going to naturally have
better numbers,
built-in pitching advantages.
You got better numbers.
Okay? That being said, clearly you need to completely tear down whatever the farm system is doing right now. It's not good enough. And I would say for some people, that might be an allure because you would want to set up your own thing.
Yeah.
For others, I don't know. Like, do you want something that's a little more ready? Like if
somebody ready to go ahead and say, you know what, I got to go compete with Shohei and Mookie Betts. There may be somebody saying out there, it's like, you know what, I may not last 4 years.
But what if you said,
manage to get that division? What
if you said, hey, like, this is their window right now, year 1, year 2, year 3.
Right.
But like, how are those deals going to look in year 4, 5, 6, 7?
No, because everybody's going to assume that now, when you have those players, you could alert other players to play with those players and extend their careers.
That's undeniable.
Because once you build in those building blocks, now it's like we landed Shohei. We landed Mookie Betts. We were able to trade for Trey Turner or Max Scherzer. We're able to do all these things, and we don't blink an eye. We lost Corey Seager for nothing. And you know what? We're okay. We're fine. We'll just back Gavin Lux tonight to let him play great defense.
But there's always going to be somebody who wants to take on the challenge. And I think of someone like Theo Epstein.
Absolutely.
Right? I think of someone like Theo Epstein who, basically learned in San Diego, wanted to take on the Red Sox, and basically go head-to-head with the Yankees.
Is that the guy they should go after?
I don't know.
Because I know you're not the biggest Theo Epstein fan. But you know what?
It's undeniable.
But you know what? The guy has success.
No doubt.
This guy's built 2 juggernauts in organizations that didn't win for a long time, the Cubs and the Red Sox.
There's no doubt.
He will go after the big boys.
He's with the Fenway Sports Group right now, so I don't know. But he also took on the Cubs in the height of the Cardinals being the Cardinals, And so I look at someone like him, there's always going to be people who want to take on that challenge. And it doesn't have to allure 100 people, just the right one. When the Niners landed Kyle Shanahan and when the Niners landed John Lynch, were they desirable?
No, they weren't. But it is football, and you got to get a job. But the Niner brand was strong. It was strong. And you know what? For them, for their sake.
They fired 3 straight coaches.
But you know what happened, though? You know how you make it desirable? They give them a 6-year deal.
That's true.
And the NFL is year to year. It's a year-to-year league.
That's true.
Baseball's got a little more dynastic value to it, dynastic touch to it. Like the Braves have been around for a while. The Phillies have been around for a while. These teams are going to be around for a while. Padres have had their little run here over the last 3 or 4 years. The Diamondbacks are eager to see what happens with them because Corbin Kell can't hit anything right now. He is struggling. But what Spinoni was saying, it made me think, damn, how desirable is this San Francisco job? We talk about all the vacancies in the big buildings, everybody moving out. It's not buzzing as it once was down at Oracle Park. Now, when it could change everything, well, we thought it could, but in 2021, it didn't really change until September because people didn't really buy in. I don't know how desirable this job is right now. That's a sad thing. What? I think Farhan has done so much damage to the brand that whoever takes his job is going to have another. It's going to be like, well, wait 3 years so he could be competitive in 3 years. Like, that's where we're at with the Giants. We're in the lowest moments, man, since the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I don't deny that. I don't deny that portion. But I think the difference between the 80s and where we're at now is you have a ballpark that provides X amount of revenue, and it has catapulted you into the upper echelon of revenue teams, which makes the job easier than it was in the 80s. It just does.
How are you going to get some big boys here to hit? Because that was Soler out, the one guy who, by the way, this doesn't get brought up enough. Soler's hit more than 14 home runs in a season just twice in his career. He's always hurt. He's always hurt.
I don't know. I think they're in trouble. But I go back to all it takes is one player to kind of flip things, and that's where things start. Whether it's Machado going to San Diego.
Make sure you don't miss that break, bro.
Altuve coming up for the Astros. It just feels like all you need is that one player to catch lightning in a bottle, and all these other things fall into place.
Well, you got to get that one player. They've been missing on that one player.